Okay. Uh, the three, you want to play a game before we start recording? Okay. Who likes garlic? Raise your hand. Jeremiah wins. Here you go.
Oh, that's the game.
That was the game. Raise your hand fast enough. Marty, I was thinking about you today too. Have you changed your smoke alarm yet?
No,
Why not?
because it's not the batteries, it's the smoke alarm itself.
You
Like, you can't put batteries in it, it'll still go. We've learned this like a month ago.
That's frustrating.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's,
Have you talked
it's
to
a
the
whole-
landlord? Do you have a landlord?
Parents?
Oh, never mind. All right, well then I understand the problem.
I think that I'm independent and live alone.
Well, I mean, that would be another situation. Okay, it's your parents. Well, say like, what's going on? Or just take it off and throw it away. Is it worth the beeping? No.
I can't hear it anymore.
Does it
The
go?
old one that it
Here's my
bothers
que-
people on top.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, that's not an excuse. Not an excuse. Yeah, okay.
When I was on the Zoom call. with
Also,
you,
are you sure it's not a carbon monoxide alarm? And it's going off because there's carbon monoxide
this is
leak.
like the month I'm still alive, so.
Okay, just want to clarify. I was just thinking about, geez, I don't know why it came into my head while I was like, oh, I wonder if the smoke alarm is still going off because I've been there before.
Nah.
Yeah, exactly. So, okay, we're gonna watch our green screens. We're gonna watch anything that has been submitted and offer up notes and critiques and everything. So here's an example for two of you who may not have submitted your green screens yet, but asked me to count it. Still need to submit it in the proper location where I can do it, which is a perfectly great green screen. I've already accepted, but I can't give you a grade if I don't see it. All right. Let's just start there, okay? Oh, by the way, I've implemented everything for the editing class. All the final weeks are up now. The only thing that isn't live is the final, which is there is a written final. The final project's there. So you could submit the final project if you want to. You can I have given extra credit to those who I knew were at the showcase, even if they didn't say hello to me. I fairly here. Let's just look at it. Oh no, I don't like this because then I show everybody their grades. I shouldn't do that. But the final exam opens the week of finals week, and the last class we'll discuss. I'll basically go over all the questions in class and tell you if you even need to take the final. Basically, if you went to the showcase, you've earned the 215 points easily. So you might not have to do that unless you want to apply. What I would do if I was a student was take the final anyway, and then all of the missing assignments, maybe I forgot to turn in or do or whatever, I wouldn't have to do, right? And that's really just responses for the week for most of you. I know all of you have pretty much have done or are going to do the assignments. Make sense? Yes, no, maybe so. Yes, good, great. Awesome. All right, let's go to our green screen assignments. Oh, I want to assignments. People, oh, here we go. Where do I see download? Oh, I got them right here. Speed grader. There we go. All right. Okay. Just gonna go through. We can start here. Oh, I already downloaded this one. Great. This is Noah's. Let's check it out. Yeah, please, Jeremiah. Already love it. Twin Peaks. All right, great job. All right, great job. What are some notes or suggestions?
I love Patrick Starr.
Oh, Patrick Starr with his pants down. Yeah, got to go. Mad respect to Patrick Starr, right? Yeah. Have you seen the Twin Peaks opening before?
You know, I told Noah like 2 months ago, I tried to start it one night
Mhm.
and I fell asleep before the intro was over.
Yeah.
I was so
Ti-
calm.
Yeah, well, it is like a 2-minute intro that is like that. Twin Peaks rules so hard. Really recommend. One of the best shows. Any other notes, critiques?
There's some spill.
Oh, for sure. That's my critique too. And in fact, most notably, we could we can see when the frame comes into it. I was like, oh, where's the green screen going to be? And now we can see, you know, this line, the green line shows up, and that is just, you need to refine your spill or your chroma keying edges. And also Patrick for sure has a green outline. So you just need to work your key a little bit more. Again, I'm not super familiar with DaVinci's chroma. It's the same? Yeah. Except it doesn't work. I've heard DaVinci doesn't work so well anymore. Yeah. Glitches. We've been there. We know. Yeah. So honestly, the easiest way, or what I would recommend, is you could just crop the frame so you lose this hard edge that's with it, which is clearly green screened, and then increase the spill suppression just so that is. We're going to see what I've noticed a lot of just needing further refinement, which, you know, notably because it's I do like. And what's interesting, you know, like Noah ends up moving the frame wider so that like it feels like Patrick's three-dimensionally running, going into place as it animates differently. All right. This transition from wide to what I would have done was left it cropped, right? I feel like look at this sign versus the next frame. It's stretched a little bit, right? I think it's stretched to fit the screen. I would have rather had black bars on it the whole time, and maybe you did that to hide Patrick running on the black right here. But if you did a mask, you could keep Patrick from running on the black. I don't know. If Noah was here, I'd ask. All right. We can still see Patrick's got some spill issues that would be necessary. Let's, you know, it was super quick. We would have never noticed, but of course we're right here. And look, we can see the edges of the frame. Again, that's just the easy crop mask, garbage mask thing. So good job, Noah. Full credit. Still learning. All right. All right. All right. Let's watch this one. I think this is Wands, but you know what? Let's just keep going this way. All right. Oh, this is Angel. All right.
Hello, and welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. My name is Gustavo, but you can call me Stas.
Hey, guys.
The Gomez are interrogating one of the owners, William Afton.
Government truck. Power I'm sensing.
All right. Yeah, here we go. All right. So some fun meme stuff, right? Like you're never gonna like make me upset if I can see my friend Piccolo on the screen. So mad respect to the number one Namekian on earth. We did see here, most notably, some spill right here on your black on the crop on the edge. No, yeah, and this I guess Piccolo has sensed Shia LaBeouf, which was good. All right, I liked Crash Bandicoot as Freddy Fazbear. Both things I know a lot about. I know way more about Crash than Freddy Fazbear. Let's just say that. I don't get how people play this game, to be honest. I've watched people play the game, right? Like, it just seems like you have to wind the thing a bunch of times, and it's just like learning a pattern, I guess. I don't know. It's a fun game. Seems too scary. I don't like being scared. I don't want to be scared in a game. All right, who is this down here? Is that my boy? That does look like Shrek. Okay, sorry, it was dark on my screen here.
Look at Shrek, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love it. All right.
That's even scarier.
I thought it was gonna be Freddy Fazbear for a second, since we had all the Five Nights at Freddy's and we have this hang green screen into here. That's pretty good. All right. The boys, okay, and Roblox. I don't know much about Roblox. Do you like hate Roblox because you're a Minecrafter guy?
Roblox is so weird.
I love Roblox.
Really? Is it not like a this or that type of thing, or can you like both?
Roblox is a bunch of different games.
I've seen them like do Squid Games and Roblox. I don't let my kids play Roblox because I feel like people talk more, right?
Custom stuff.
It's worse, right?
Yeah. It's a bigger sandbox than Minecraft.
And mad respect to Akira, right? Okay, I can't. Why am I blanking on his name? What's his name? Anybody here see Akira?
I've never seen it.
Man,
I know. I
It's
just
a classic.
they like yell this guy's name like 100 times. And then he has like a really bad headache, and he's not Akira. All right, we gotta look this up.
It's not old.
This is the guy who turns into like the monster. Akira character monster. Let's see. Tetsu. There you go. Tetsu. This is him. He gets like a really bad headache, and then he becomes here, let's this.
Leave me alone. Tetsuo! Something wrong?
Akira!
I don't know who that is!
that's what happened. That's how I feel when I have a headache. All right. That wasn't even the one I wanted to show you, but that's still cool. There's one where he's like fully transforming and his like arm melts to a chair. It's cool. All right. Good movie. Check it out. If you like anime, which I do. All right. Who's next? Oh, I know who's next.
Tim, I can't see the screen. I see your
What?
ear.
What? Oh my gosh. Thank you for telling me. We've just been looking at me looking behind. Oh, geez. We missed. All right. Okay. All right. We'll start over. You missed Acura and two good green screens.
What do you want, poor person?
So, like, how much do I owe you? You guys take like a 20?
Okay, I love it. You want a couple of notes? What if you said no? Just narratively, and maybe it's because now I've been so Minecraft pilled that I know everything about Minecraft because I've been watching your videos. This last shot, why did you pick this? Just so you could get like Minecraft up here? Huh?
To be honest, yeah.
Okay. My big thing is like, hey, I actually know what this is now, right? This is this eye thing where you get to the end, right? I wanted you to be at the end and then like the Ender Dragon to be flying at you or something. Right? Like narratively, I'm like, oh, he's jumping into the thing with the eyeball, the Ender pearls or whatever. And then like to see the like dragon, and then you could bring up the font Minecraft or whatever. Yeah, that would be cool. Especially like the way you're standing, you're kind of like, oh no, because like the Ender Dragon could be there or whatever. I think that's good. Just thinking of the narrative, you don't have to change anything. I think it's great as is, just thinking like, hey, yeah, cool, just as a narrative. Let's see, there was one other thing I was thinking about. No chicken jockeys, of course, which makes me upset. Okay, the other thing I would have loved, like you have, what's his name, Harold Bryan or something. I want you to like have your version. Like, because you, yeah, because like you have two versions of yourself, right? Like you could literally like take this one and then the one on the back and frame it so like you're looking at the white-eyed version of yourself. Right? Just ideas. All right, great job. Love it. Hit C. Well, hey, why delete footage? Always keep footage. But yeah, think of it next time. Yeah, okay. The let's see, we're right here. Oh, okay. Oh, right here. Oh, cool. Okay, so I mean, you can fix this. And that is just by going frame by frame and drawing a garbage mask right here. And then you know, for the most part, if you just cut all of this off, it seems like the fire never really crosses over that. That would be a pretty easy fix. You would just draw a mask right here and then watch to see how it works, right? So it's basically just cropping out the extra here. All right. Good job. Great job. Notes, comments, anybody? Feel free to jump in. We're going to watch at the rest of the classes. What am I doing? Stop that. Okay. All right. Thank you for the heads up that I was not streaming. Great. Okay. Let's see. All right. Let's watch this in a new tab.
Here we go.
This one's Nico's.
Here we go. If I concentrate just right, we'll be exactly where I want to be. Oh, no! How did we end up here?
Oh, look at all those pathetic Unuses down there. Oh, that's so sad. I'm up here, my ivory tower, my bastion of strength. And all of you pathetic people down there. It's sad, really. I would feel bad for you if I didn't feel so good being me.
No! Okay, put it away. Okay, it's time to stop. Stop what you're doing. This is not right.
You don't want to be like this. This is disgusting. This is awful in every way. If I could kill it, I would.
Whoa!
But I legally can't.
How did you get
But
in
I've
here?
considered it.
And you're so stupid.
He's kind of there.
You want one more?
Is there a way to talk to these kind of people?
Dude, just talk to him.
It's not that simple, okay? There's a process to this.
Look at him. He's just alone.
Good. Come on, man.
Oh God. No.
Oh, is there more? Oh, there we go. All right. All right, got me at the end. All right, good job, Nico. All right, very clean. I will say for the most part, what are your critiques? The shadow was on the wall. Yeah, Markiplier, whatever this guy's name is. We can see a shadow right here. I think that's probably just a bet. How would have this had happened? Yeah, he stood too close to the green screen. He's casting shadow or he's lit poorly, right? That's why we have to light the green screen and the piece. Really hard to clean this up. You basically have to do a garbage mask and go frame by frame. Yeah, sucks. What else? Any other notes? Look really clean. I would say the best thing about this is really, really clean. I think he worked with like really high res footage, especially this guy. Like, look at his hair. Like, there's no spill. There's really limited hair loss. So really, really good chroma keying here. Probably stop. You know, a lot of these creators put themselves up online. You can download their footage. I've seen contests like that before, so that's probably where Nico got it from. I would have liked the background to be a little different narratively, maybe some music or something to help it put together. I think we start like losing threads when we get here. Like maybe you need a window or something to put this guy in, because his body, of course, is cut off here because that's the end of the frame. Especially when they start fighting, right? It was wacky. I liked it. Good job. I'm only offering you critiques because that's not going to affect the grade at all. All right, let's see. Let's watch this one. This is from Tony. Oh yeah, this one. All right. Yeah, woo, good job. All right, what do we think? Action packed. The poor alien. He seemed like a nice alien. He got shot a bunch, but he did disappear after the plane crashed on him. Oh, here we go. Here we go. He starts to wave. It's just dead. All right. And then no sound effect for the dragon fire. Of course, could use that probably. You know. Again, a lot of like spill suppression needs to be happen. Fix your pedestal if you're in Premiere. Anything, the biggest issue and like looking at it is if you download something that's low res, it's going to be way harder to clean the edges because there's less information, less pixels. Then if you get something that's really high res, you know, like this F15 is really out of focus, right? So the edges are going to be a lot less clean, harder to blur. So always, especially if you're just working with like random footage, shoot it highest, or if you're shooting it like on our green screen, 8K as big as possible, so you have more information, so you can clean it up way easier. Make sense? Marty can speak to green screening. Would you?
Just submitted the.
Ooh, okay, we'll look at it.
So it's the same thing.
Well,
With the tiny improvements.
all right, let's see. I don't see it. Maybe I have to refresh. Oh, there it is. Let's. Oh, I just created it. Okay, let's watch it. Woo. Awesome, and congratulations again on the award-winning witch, the award-winning actor and editor and director and screenplay. And that's it. Jeez, I hope that's it. Yeah, well, you've only seen that. You knew how it was going to end the whole time, right? But having watched it, yeah. Yeah. Do you know you've met that little girl? Yeah, she sat there a couple different times. So she and I are acting this Friday. So yeah.
Technically got also cinematography for that.
It's yeah, but I was only giving your accolades. Technically, you don't get that. But okay, yeah, and best actor. So pretty much won all the awards. Rightfully so. I think this is like this might be my favorite shot ever produced at Gavilan. Like top 10 for sure. I can think of like some of the coolest things I've ever seen here. And this one, like when the cut, the music, like that right there, so dope. It looks so real. It's so good. Oh man. It's so good. Where are the power lines? Is it
Not in this angle.
not in this angle?
No,
Okay.
they were on the other side.
Okay. Is the earlier shot
No, but there is a shot earlier in the movie.
where you can see power
where
lines?
I caught it during the showcase. We didn't hang out the power lines.
Oh, okay.
But I don't
All
think
right.
it is.
Okay. So you did what you could do with this, right? Or what are you gonna do with it? Because I wish I could watch this shot and not look But all I'm looking at, like, I swear, even in the showcase, all the floor is so much better. Like, I really do. And I think that, like, even when it starts going crazy here, like, that really feels like magic-y to me, right? Like, but it's these things, like, there is fine. But now when we're here and we're still seeing these, it's all I'm looking at.
I just have to take the time, because I only had time to fix the floor.
Sure.
I just have to take the time to actually.
To
paint
draw,
out-
to paint, so frame by frame by
Yeah,
frame.
by frame, paint by frame.
Yeah, just for the festival circuit, you could make it even more perfect. Also, looking at her spine, she's still a little like she's a little better. Her feet were over more, right? Did you fix that?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Well, she's a little unaligned, but she is living in the 1800s or whatever, so she probably not visiting the chiropractor too much. Oh, look, her feet are way more over here than earlier.
She's literally swinging. them
Yeah,
left
she's
and right.
swinging them. Thank you again. My Evie was so proud to be in Witch and to watch it in theater and see the reaction. I think everyone should be super proud of their pieces. I think that everything played so incredibly well, and to see it with the audience and to hear the things that got laughs and the things that like performed really, really well. I think there was one piece overall I thought performed poorly, and everything else performed really well.
The audience meeting was really good. They were really.
Well, the audience was in. I mean, I told Grant we got to start with Boss Baby, because that will get people laughing and in a good mood, and start from there. So I think overall, I would say everything was a great success. Everything performed really, really strongly, got laughs and the reaction. That's all I'm listening for, is how people are reacting to things and doing that. So what was your favorite? Okay, after which? Jeremiah. Geronimo did go. Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, I did.
Nice.
He didn't say hi though, but I think we got him for next semester. So we want you to edit. Yeah, behind the scenes played super well and was way better than what the judges saw. Like he fixed a lot, and it looked and played really well. You know, there's some technical errors that I think the next cut will be even better if he chooses to keep going on.
We're gonna keep having away at it during the summer for.
That'd be awesome. Yeah. Yeah, just like, you know, the letterbox stuff I talked about, and that one shot wasn't, I mean, if that one shot was the only problematic shot, I don't think I'd have a problem with it. I'd probably still critique it, but you know, I could live with it looking like that. But you know, that's why we were fine. And we look and we look and we look. And just to warn everybody, I am encouraging Grant to push the due date up a week for all the projects. So all the filmmakers here, keep that in mind, that we are just so that we don't have trophy issues. If we had another week, we could like really not have trophy issues. Now I know what that means to everybody, but if we plan now, you can plan to have your projects in a week earlier. Everybody hear that? I'm warning everybody. Devil's Game, I'm warning you right now. Santi, whatever you're gonna film.
3 weeks ahead instead of 2 weeks.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, I think our, what up? Hello, hi. I think our biggest issue is we need to get out of the frame space of submit it for the judges and then make it better. I think a lot of the pieces, I mean, honestly, hopefully we learn from this semester that not to overextend ourselves as much. And also, since, well, I just announced I am pushing hard to push the due date up 1 week ahead next year. Just so we don't have plaque issues or print issues, because we're doing that as last minute as possible, because we're getting everything as last minute as possible, if you get my drift. How you doing, Noah? Hello.
Doing all right.
Congrats on everything. I think the showcase played really well. I think you were featured extremely well in it, so.
No speech, best speech.
Was there, I didn't look in the Discord. Did people post pictures? And Jeremiah, did you join the Discord? Great, excellent. All right.
I didn't take any because I had no time.
I saw you were taking videos of speeches and stuff, though.
I was holding Marty's phone.
Oh, okay.
Because
Alright.
Marty kept having to do it. So it's-
Yeah, I know, geez, come on. Mhm. Well, can we see those? I was on stage the whole time, so I didn't get to see any of it, so.
I do, I'll cut it up, but it's too long to send.
I know, I know Santi's probably gonna be editing that at some point too, so. Yeah, great job overall. Marty, this looks great. I know it's only gonna look better, so only critique because we can make something that's almost perfect, right? And again, this could be my home screen, right? Like, it's such a cool shot. So cool.
Really like that.
I mean, it's like such a cool shot.
That's a good idea. I want to make it my wallpaper.
It's real, this is like such a cool wallpaper thing, so. All right, after, so you said behind the scenes, then what? Then what else did you like? Yeah. Yeah, really good.
No reaction.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I was looking for green screen things.
Jeremiah just said hard to hear was really good, which it was really good. I really think that I am ever impressed with the boxing stuff, the black and white boxing stuff.
Yeah.
Raging Bull inspired, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the-
Yeah, I love it. It looks so crisp and everything. I really, did I tell you? I don't know if I talked to you about my thoughts about, I see you posted it. So are you done with it? Pretty much. So maybe I only talked to Marty about it, but I think the whole piece would benefit if when you saw your character and Santi character, okay, you and David are talking at the end. You're talking a lot about his life and how he goes through everything. I almost feel like instead of just being in that room, when he's thinking, he should flash to parts of his life. Like that would be like him thinking about like, you know, because he's like contemplating like, oh, I can't do this, or like I used to be able to, you know, record music or whatever, right? Like whatever they're talking about, just to break up that scene feels longer because it's just three people talking in a room. And I think visually you have stuff that could play to make that just a little bit stronger. So something I didn't think about until watching it with the audience. Also, Santi, what did we think of the tone in the theater? Everybody, not you, but everybody else listening to the tone, the during Hard to Hear.
Frequency and loudness of it was actually okay, but it was dominant in the left ear. So
I really think that's actually where you were sitting in the
I'm in the
theater.
middle of it.
You were in the middle?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was sitting on the left and moved right. I was constantly moving and like it sounded much louder in the right ear when I was over on the right side than the left ear. So I don't know if it was balanced. That would be something to look at if it was properly balanced. It would be the only other thing then. I trust Marty. If Marty was in the dead middle, then yes. But I felt like depending where you sat, I sat middle, but all the way to the left. And I only was hearing stuff out of the left thing. I was like, is it only coming out of the left? And then I walked over around and it was out of the right. So, okay, sorry, we got distracted. Let's see.
Most of the showcase audio was balanced. There was just occasional stuff that would sit on the left or right.
All right, I think that's everybody's that we look. Yeah, Tony was the last. Okay, those are the green screen assignments. Noah, we watched yours already. We gave a critique, but I wasn't sharing the screen, so maybe we should look at it again. Let's look at it again. I loved it, of course. Yeah, it was great. Great show. Love it better with Patrick too. All right. Of course, Noah, just because you weren't here, here's my critiques.
There's a lot of D-spill happening.
Yeah.
I tried to up it and like remove the green border around Patrick, but it was eating his pants. So I didn't.
Oh, the pants are an issue. Yeah. Totally interesting. So yeah, spill suppression. You could change this color to gray and then maybe would have to mask it since that's characters hard, but most notably the easiest fix right here. See this line? That's just your border of your frame. If you did a garbage mask, crop it in like 1 pixel. Oh yeah. Look, this is the first thing that like,
Oh, you can just totally see it.
oh yeah, you can see the frame. We even went and looked. I noticed it the first watch, so it's not like it's. I like how you adjust the frame and everything. And we also did note that you can see it. I mean, I know this is like super quick, but you can totally see it there. Also, I was saying, why is this widescreen versus this is standard?
I took from the same video, and for some reason it just was like that.
You made a still?
I made a still. Oh yeah, I know what I could. I could have just zoomed in.
So you could either have matched it, so this zoomed in to match, but look at the sign here versus here. I think it's actually stretched a tiny bit. Like looking at the proportions, and maybe I could be wrong. I've been wrong once or twice in my life.
I think they might be just 2 different shots of the Twin Peaks side, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, it might have-
Just makes that cut jarring, right? I would rather either it match or you could crop, even if you added black bars to
that one.
to the first one, it would make, it would make an edit. So it would make sense. Okay, great job. All right, Dilo, let's watch your thing you sent me. You've worked more or, oh, is this a new one? All right, let's check it out. Great job. Way more refined than what we saw previously. Notes, questions, concerns, thoughts?
I really, really liked when he goes back to the desk and like unlocks the paper and you have the edits, and it's like on the beat, like standing, looking at the paper, starting to nod, like that movement felt really, really good. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I thought way more dynamic editing, especially towards the music. Any other comments? He hasn't colored it yet, so. And I would almost suggest watching it. You might benefit from like messing with the color, making part of it black and white and part of it color.
Part where like he's pacing, having maybe like a different shade.
Desaturated or something. I think that would benefit, like he's remembering or he's having an issue. Yeah, I feel like maybe the one. Sorry, I turned off the music. The part that like really spoke to me, like needing a different color, would be this part, like the difference between on the couch and then him in the room. Maybe because we're just seeing the couch so much, like pacing and then back and forth. And I'm like, I really would like one to be like desaturated, one like really super saturated. I don't know, whatever, you're gonna play with it and figure it out. Okay. Any other critiques? Looking at our music people here.
Like how like Noah said, it cuts on beat.
Yeah.
Which I always like,
Especially in music videos. That's like the main thing. A couple of notes. I for sure, oh, I always do this. Okay. I feel, no, I muted it, I think.
It doesn't come on until he puts the headphones on.
Yeah, I think you need like ambient noise though.
Like a record cracker or something.
Not even like just like hallway, like something just so it's not silent. I think it just needs to be like, what does the hallway sound like out there? Yeah, because I feel like it just makes the world a little bit more like, yeah, if you go on YouTube and type in ambient noise or ambient hallway, it's just going to be like a hiss or a heater noise. I think that would make it cooler. I also like, the other thing I might suggest you think about, I felt, again,
You could just click the screen to make it play. Like you could just click on Jordy's face.
right here.
Or Sanji's face, yeah. Or space play.
That part, I almost want it like super cuts, like back, forth, back and forth, like almost frames. So it matches that when we get that noise. Sorry, I'm really bad at music, at least terminology, but I feel like let's do some choppiness. I also think that a lot of the times when you're cutting back and forth, you could play with recomposing your frames. So like going into like, especially this part, we go back and forth between the notepad and you could crop in and it just be his hand writing on a white page and then go back, you know, here, I think, let's look. I think you're going in and out. That's great, but my instinct is to like recompose, like zoom in basically a couple times. So we see pen and hand, and then come back out. It just gets a varied of shots, especially because towards the end we get sparse, but we could like, you know, this could just be the framing sorry, the framing could just be his face with his hand right there, right? We've seen this shot a lot. We know the composition. I'm just saying you shot it in whatever, you know, you could do a shot that's just the like t-shirt and
I was thinking too, like on the, when he was on the couch, when both on the couch.
Yeah.
I was thinking of like slowly pushing in towards him.
that would,
showing, like, his expression.
that would be cool. I just think some of these, you could really benefit from making him more dynamic. And the last thing, I think like when he's in the booth and he's thinking about himself pacing, I also want to see the page again too, because he's, you know, that's what it's about, is he's paced, he wrote the page and now he's going to perform it, right? I think that's something you could go to.
Okay.
Thoughts, critiques, comments, anything?
Honestly, maybe like bouncing off what you said, a shot of the like submit to that as the video's gonna end.
Yeah, I feel like him in the booth should be a pull out or a push in or something too. That's just my instinct again. I look at the younger people who know music better than me, but those are my instincts, just seeing how to make it more dynamic. And
Right, sorry to interrupt you. Right before he enters the booth, there's like him, he like getting up, and then there's a final shot of him like going to the window.
it's so quick. I think it like cuts quick. It's almost like one, yeah. Yeah, you could almost like hold this shot till right here. Now go into him walking into the booth and then
When I'm pacing in the beginning, it follows him, and then in the second half of the video, it's just the still.
yeah.
and going back and forth. I didn't want to keep using the same.
Sure.
same one.
But I think this is a cool shot. I just know is correct in that it's so quick and it feels like a mistake.
Okay.
Because you also could get two shots out of this. It could be this shot, and then you could recompose it so that it's, you know, that, you know, you shot in 8K, so you can definitely like zoom it in or whatever. You're on the right track. This is cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. Color. Let's show next one. Show us, at least do some basic color correction. Show us what you're thinking so we can tell what's going to be, because that will help us know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for the feedback.
Of course, we're happy to. Is there anyone else who shared something with me? Yes, that's it. Let's see. Where'd you send it? Was it my Gab email probably? I don't have that one on my computer. All right, I'll find it. How did, and you cut that right before you saw Santa's Helpers in the showcase. Let's see, let me find it. Santa's Helper. Yeah, that beat rules. Here you go. All right. All right. Did I get it? Don't make me log in, man. Okay, there we go. No, it's me. I just didn't want to. All right, let's check it out.
Hey, Herbert. Oh, hey, Herbert. Doing?
What's the quota today?
6.5 million today. How many have you done so far?
3. You?
This is still my first. Hey, Herb. You want a little pick-me-up for your hot cocoa?
No thanks. Stuff you brew gives me gas.
Suit yourself.
stuff. The guy's coming. Get it together.
Oh, muffins. Can you smell it on my breath?
I think people at the equator could smell your breath.
Quick, hand me that candy cane. Give me that!
A little behind, aren't you boys?
We'll catch up, sir. You can count on us.
That's good to hear. Because a lot of little kitties are depending on us.
What a ball buster. Did you see his belly?
I know. It's huge.
We should put sweet and low in his cookies instead of sugar. Oh, goodies. Be cool, be cool.
Hey boys, how are you doing this morning?
Hey, Gertie. We're doing great. Thanks.
Oh, well, I better get back to work.
What the hell was that?
What?
That face you made.
I'm sure your breath made our eyes sting.
Oh.
Attaboys. Now you're working.
What a nice guy.
So jolly.
You know what, Norm?
Yeah.
I think I will take a splash of your brew.
Attaboy.
Norm?
Yeah?
What does Adam mean?
May I have a sip of your cocoa? Ho ho ho. That's got a little kick.
How rude.
What did we think?
Faster, a lot faster. I think that made it funny.
The different candy cane take?
There's a really good candy cane tape that keeps everyone has yet to use. And I want to see a cup where it's used.
Was there another take, Jeremiah?
It's a good one, it's a better one.
You didn't see another take of that? I mean, you used a different take than Grant used with the candy cane.
I prefer that one. That one's my favorite where Braulio breaks the candy cane.
This one?
There's there in my hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like him tossing the other side of the candy cane.
Yeah, I thought that was funny. Yeah, I think the pacing on this works a lot better. I mean, obviously, there's some areas I would suggest improvement, but other thoughts before I go into detailed analysis. I do think this cut is superior to what we saw in the showcase. This one, I think, performed the least well out of all the things we watched, but still got laughs. Like, well, I think because people waited so long for a joke that they were ready for anything.
We were fed.
We were so hungry, but you got I noticed this one I paid a lot of attention to was like where the laughs coming from, because I think ultimately as helping with the edit, this was the hardest thing to cut to make funny. And not because of performances or anything. I think it's yeah. That's a good note. Noah got a big laugh at the showcase reacting to Braulio's breath. That got a big laugh too. I think there's 2 laughs in this thing entirely. I don't think there's any other laughs. Okay. What for the showcase, it was their normal voices. Grant thought it was funnier if they just talked normal, and Sierra had the squeaky voice.
Yeah, I like this. The fact that they don't look like elves, but they sound like adults.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think the elf voices overall is funny. Do people agree? Disagree? Do we like the other version better? I agree. Okay. What works? What works and what doesn't work with this piece? What critique would you offer? We've seen both versions, right? This is more a refined rough to me. What do we think? What? Go ahead. Sorry.
I think Gertrude had a stronger reaction to earlier. There was like a different cut in everyone, was there?
So yes, that's actually one of the strongest notes in here.
Hey, Gertie.
When we have Gertrude or whatever Gertie or whatever her name is, Grant's cut included her reaction to his breath was a close up, so we could know that her when we go to this.
I didn't know there was a reaction to his breath.
I agree. I think, hey, I have a question, Marty and Noah, who are on set. Did Sierra ever do a take where she's like reacting to the breath better than what this is?
She did it exactly the same every time.
Every time. Okay, so there wasn't like a, ooh, like.
I had to like train my neck over the entire time to see her at all. So
Sure.
I didn't really
You don't know if, yeah, I was just wondered if it was directed an alternate take, or I know how our takes go here at GAV because we have limited time, so. Okay, so I think that's why you have to do a close-up because it is like, she goes from smiling to,
We're doing great. Thanks.
Oh, well,
you know, she loses the smile. Basically, the close-up there would be beneficial, so we know that something's wrong. Yeah, I think I agree with that note because in a shot like this, I, as the audience member, could be looking, I could be staring at this car. Honestly, this car draws my attention more so than anything else that's happening in the frame, just because of framing. Or right here, this is one of the areas of interest, right? We look at the intersects. There's 4 points in a frame that we always look, that the audience naturally look at, right? And that's where our lower thirds intersect. It's the areas of intersect, right? So we look at the lower third. Here's the lower third right here, or the upper third, lower third, and then the right third and the left third, right? So naturally our eyes will go here, 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 or here, unless there's movement or stuff happening. But an audience member is naturally drawn to one of those areas. Painters, we know this. Yeah, we should all know this framing. Good to know, just when you're composing your shots. That's why we think about our thirds. So of course we're looking at a still. If we watch the actual shot, completely different. The other note I would bring up is you're cropped in here and Santa comes back and we can't even really see Santa.
Yeah, I think he was actually out.
I have a sip of your cocoa.
I feel like Grant, we could see Santa for whatever reason. So I don't know if it was cropped or if it was a different take. Any other, I felt like maybe you needed music at the start or something, because.
What's the quota today?
I like this music you chose for the beginning a lot, especially you use the music to tell a joke at the end, which totally, let's see. Where's your joke? Oh, it's right here, I think.
That face you made.
This is Jeremiah's cut.
I'm sure your breath made her eyes sting.
Right there. So you made that a joke. That's just oh, your breath made her eye sting. And then the music is a naturally funny, like flourish. So that tells people like, hey, that was a attempt at a joke, or you should think it's funny, which I do think it makes it more funny. You actually got me to laugh at this piece, which I've seen 100 times because of an alternate take or whatever Braulio was doing. So yeah. And why'd you do later?
Because like I felt like it didn't transition well because the music was only like 2 minutes. I wanted to do that joke. And I didn't really think that the fast forward, I know that was like included.
Yeah.
I didn't want to include it.
Great.
So instead of doing that, I just did it later in the transition of the song because it makes sense that you'd be like, now you're working voice because it's later.
Yeah, I don't hate it. It definitely does feel better. It's like 3:30. I feel like the other version is about the same length, but it just feels like twice as long. So that's my critique. Great job. Excellent. Any other notes, anybody? No? Okay. Again, I want to point out our modules are open. You can submit your final project. You can have me look at your final project. Hopefully we can share where we're at in our finals to give people ideas. We all have the same footage and we're all doing that. If you haven't submitted your green screen project, you still have time. You can turn in everything up until the last date, which is May 23rd. That's when everything is due. That's the last day and I have to grade. I can't accept anything past that date. Check your grades. Make sure you post it a week before finals week. I will host a review for the editing class, which will include going over basically the 50 questions that are on the editing class. Let me tell you how I feel about multiple choice tests. No, I don't think they wait, who's listening? Catherine's another teacher. So I think multiple choice test doesn't really views memory, doesn't view
I don't care. But
I couldn't make that out. Sorry. Need to see the screen. Yes, of course. Here, let me stop sharing my screen right now. There we go. There you are. So I 100% feel like we can go over and I won't give you the answers, but we'll review everything that will be on the test, which means I'll go over every question and basically review that we make sure because a lot of the things come from early on in the class. There's editing term sheet and some of the things that we viewed that we might not have talked so much about. But I will tell you what I recommend is in my class, we will go over it. We'll go into our lab and then you will be able to take your test right after we go over it. If that's something you feel like you want to do. And like everything, I'm not opposed to teamwork. So if we want to take it together, the only issue with our multiple choice tests are the questions are randomized and so are the answers. So it's not like we can all be like, number one is A. No, because you just have to be like, hey, what was a J cut again? What's an L cut? Hey, Jeremiah, what's an L cut? You got it. See? So that could be something where you're taking the test and being like, yeah. Also, Catherine, did you make the showcase?
Oh, I went to the showcase.
You were?
No, I was at the showcase about my husband and my. I was sent, and I took a picture, which I thought I threw in the chat. Did not go into the chat. It didn't go in the chat. Let me show you. Check this out. What's this guy's name? He was so cute. I took a picture with him, so he felt like he was so important.
You didn't find me. I was looking for you. Oh, yeah, Juan. Oh, cool, cool. You sat with Juan. He was so happy.
He was so.
Did you hear everybody cheer when he came on at the very end? That was awesome. I wish I knew he was there. We would have brought him up. But yeah, you know, it's a whirlwind for me and Grant when we're there and everybody's talking to us. So I looked for you though, Catherine. So
I didn't want to.
great. All right, I'll add your extra credit there too. Did you bring a guest?
I got 2 guests.
There
And
you go. You good. You got 300 points, I think. That sounds good. Took a picture with Juan.
your philosophy on test is the same as mine.
Yeah.
I'm like, you can use the word wide, but mine's a little different because my class, ultimately, they have to take a state board exam, so they have to have stuff memorized.
Yeah.
So yours is, it's applied.
Yeah, so that makes sense for your stuff. For me,
Yeah.
really, I'm judging your edits more than anything. That's a better indication of learned skills than just like memorization of terms or whatever. I mean, it's different value, but realistically, you all came to showcase. You all are going to have. It's just a way to get more points, right? Like you could have a super A+, or I would always take it and then be like, well, if something bad happens to my final, then my final project, I don't have to worry about it. All right. Any questions or comments? We're going to go into lab. I'm happy to answer questions, but I'm going to stop the recording at the very least.
Which day is that review? So I want to be physically there because I've been like stuck recently with curriculum meetings and stuff.
During finals week, which is our
Oh, it's the finals week. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, which day we're going to do the review? The
Yeah.
review will be on Zoom also. I intend to do it on the Wednesday,
Wednesday?
the week before finals, and then our last time meeting during finals will be that Monday, and it's just a party. So no reason to come unless you want to eat cupcakes and watch stuff.
Oh, good.
All right, I'm going to stop the record now.